Hi there, Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love general messages as a general reading, so the rules might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down the description box below for a personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Sagittarius, it's going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling a card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their energy currently is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Let's do it. Okay, Sagittarius. I feel that this person's in which we're going to be talking about that today, they have the Nine of Cups, they have the King of Swords, and they also have the Four of Swords. You might be dealing with a air sign here, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or a Capricorn or a Scorpio. That's as far as I can see right now. But I feel that this person right now is very much focused on their self. Okay, Nine of Cups talks about everything that kind of like pleases them. I feel that this person right now is taking a little bit of a time off from this connection because this person right now is wanting to kind of like sort of heal themselves a lot, because I feel that in the present moment this person is feeling a little bit overwhelmed and they just want to have like a good night's sleep in a way that I feel that they're not going to be thinking about anything else other than themselves. Especially with the King of Swords in here, it's much more about them disciplining themselves to do that. Now in the past they have the Seven of Pentacles and also the Devil. From your side you have the Tower and you also have the Three of Swords. I feel that there was a situations in the past that really hurt you, and it was something that was shocking or it was unexpected but the thing is that with the Tower, and Tower is a major arcana, is a big thing in Tower because it does talks about divine intervention. Everything that happened in the past that led to pain was actually, it has a divinely purpose because it was not standing on a very strong foundation. And I feel that in the present moment, and especially in the future, you're soon going to be realizing all of that, because I feel that in the present moment, you're going to have like a lot of intuitive download. A lot of things are going to be happening around you that might make you feel a bit overwhelmed. We will see, okay? Now, in the present moment, they have the Queen of Cups in reverse and also the Nine of Wands. From your side, you have the Page of Pentacles and also the Eight of Wands. I feel that this person right now, again, as I said, I feel that in regards to these connections, they're becoming a bit either emotionally unavailable or they're just emotionally manipulative. But I feel that one of the reasons why they're doing that has a lot to do with them being the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is a card of a wounded warrior. Okay, it's a wounded warrior type of card in a way that I'm not sure whether I want to give this another go or not. I'm not sure if I want to be giving this another effort, energy, investment into it, because there's no guarantee that if I were to be doing that with Sagittarius is going to lead to a prosperous or maybe like a happy ending that I'm looking for. They're kind of like afraid of getting burned here in the process. Sagittarius, from your side, you have the Page of Pentacles and you also have the Eight of Wands. As I said earlier, there's going to be like a lot of stuff happening in your life this week or the next week that is going to be a bit overwhelming for you, and I feel that you are going to be presented with multiple choices in regards to which directions are you going to be going to in your life. I feel that you're also going to be having like a little bit of a communications or informations that might, well, it's just going to be like a fast week for you moving forward here. Now, in the future, they have the Four of Pentacles and they also the Justice card. I feel that in the future, the energy kind of like still stay a bit more the same. It has a lot to do with fear. It has a lot to do with them needing to weigh the pros and cons of wanting to push this further or not. And I feel that in the future too, this person is wanting to make an initiative or make a decision that is much more safe for them. Okay, there is something here that they're protecting, and we're going to clarify what that is. In the future, you have the Page of Swords and also the Nine of Swords. I don't see this as something being bad, because the Page of Swords in this deck of mine is a very like a intelligent type of Page of Swords, in which this Page of Swords has read so many books, had learn so many knowledges. And I feel like you, by the end of it, I feel that you're going to be having a conclusion onto yourself based off the past experiences that you've had. So one of the biggest challenges within this connection is you have the Magician and you also have the Four of Cups. I think one of the biggest challenges within this connection is something is missing. And I feel that that one person in this connection is being very, very difficult to be approached, or they're just not seeing, they're just not being appreciative of what is the other person is offering. This could be you doing this to them, or this could be them doing this to you, okay? So now we're going to clarify the cards. I would like to start by the present moment first. I want to clarify that Queen of Cups in reverse from their side. Okay. Seven of Wands, the Lovers, and also the Ace of Swords. I just feel that right now this person just doesn't want to touch. It's kind of like a very sensitive, like a sore subject that they're kind of like trying to get it out of their mind. Okay. You might be dealing with a Gemini as well here, but it's just like, okay, the idea of me and Sagittarius being in love, it's something that they would like to push it aside for a while. And it has a lot to do with them wanting to focus a lot more on themselves as well. And it has a lot to do with them having the fear. Now we're going to clarify what fear is this, okay, with the Nine of Wands. Even the idea of opening something towards you is like, they're kind of like pushing it away. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Nine of Wands clarified by the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and also the Four of Swords. This person is very stubborn and they're very set in the way that they want things to be or what type of relationship they would want to have. Yeah. They kind of like wants to have a relationship in which they're, again, it's like the assurance, it's like the guarantee. Like when you purchase something, they have a warrant of like, okay, if this gets broken in 2 years, then you could go back to us and we'll fix it for you. But in a relationship, it doesn't work that way. It almost seems to me as if like this person is demanding that from this connection. The guarantee or the assurance that everything is just going to be okay and it's not going to be causing them like a lot of headaches. But it's very stubborn, you know, with the King of Swords energy. This is the type of thing that I would like to have. Let's see. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles from your side here, Sagittarius. Okay, let's clarify the Eight of Wands. Yeah. This week and the next week, you're going to have like a lot of intuitive download. There's going to be like a lot of signs being thrown to you. And where does that lead to? It's going to lead you to having closure with the World card here. You're going to feel like a bit overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Like, I'm seeing this number. What does this mean? I'm having this dream. What does this mean? Wow, like somebody just told me like this. What does this mean? You know, you're going to be wrestling with all of those thoughts in this week and also the next week. But anyway, the Page of Pentacles clarified by the Strength card, the Two of Swords, and also the Five of Pentacles. You're starting to realize that the more that you're holding on to this connection, the more that you're patient about this connection, it leads you to nothing but feeling disappointed or upset or abandoned. Yeah. Living out in the cold. And you feel that that's not really the situations in which you would want to settle down to. So you are considering yourself that, you know what, I actually have options in my life. It doesn't necessarily mean to have like another person, but it's more about like, I can choose a different path for me and I could do it my own, you know? So yeah. Let's clarify the future now. I would like to start with your side here with the Page of Swords and also the Nine of Swords. And I also feel that everything, like let's say for instance, you are in a speaking term with this person, okay? And you feel that disappointed or you feel that this person is abandoning you or this person is not caring about you, you feel unappreciated and etc. If you were to be communicating with this person, I do feel that this person is being defensive or it's not really listening. They probably are just hearing it, but not really listening to what's being said. Now let's clarify that Page of Swords from your side. Death, Ace of Pentacles, and also the Two of Cups. Let's see, the Nine of Swords. King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and also the... Ooh. I feel that you guys in the future are going to be carving path on your own here. I feel that this Ace of Pentacles has nothing to do with this person, but has everything to do with you seeing a new beginnings happening within your own life, whether it be with this person or without this person, because you have the Death card here. In a way that the way in which you see love, the way in which you see connections and relationship in the future is going to change. You're going to be realizing about like, why am I attracting a certain type of people in the past, and why am I so trauma bonded towards them? And I would like to carve a new path for me in the future. It's more about that understanding, because again, this Page of Swords in his deck of mine is a very intelligent, a learner type of Page of Swords, where he has learned so many things. You see the books that he has read? It could be the diary, it could be you reflecting back on what's happening in your past, and etc., but it's more about you carving like, this is the type of thing that I would want, and if that basic thing is not being met, then I wouldn't really call it love. I wouldn't want to open up my heart for it. Now the Nine of Swords clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and also the King of Cups. You're going to be very social. A lot of people are going to be demanding a lot out of you in the next week. However, I just feel that you are kind of like in the mood of not wanting to engage with other people. This could actually not be romantically linked, but it's more about like, you have friends who would want to get in touch with you. You have your colleagues who's demanding a lot of you. And it just gets overwhelming where you feel like, you know what, I need some time for myself. Now, if you're single and ready to mingle, I do feel that you might be meeting some people, and there are people who are actually interested in you. You have all signs here, earth sign, fire sign, water sign, air sign, heavy Scorpio as well. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, I feel that a brand new beginning is going to be happening between the both of you. So if we've been talking about a Scorpio individuals here, I feel that a brand new beginning is going to happen towards you. Either a Scorpio or an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, a brand new beginning is going to happen for you. Now let's clarify from their side here with the Four of Pentacles. It's also about you setting boundaries, you know, like setting standards for yourself. Like, this is the basic requirements that needs to be met in order for me to be engaging with someone. I'm sorry, personally, I'm having some trouble here with my throat. Okay, let's see. Let's see the Four of Pentacles. It's just everybody just getting sick here, left and right. Four of Pentacles clarified by the Moon, the Queen of Swords, and also the Page of Cups. If you guys are dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, this person is going to be demanding you to come forward first. Let's clarify the Justice. Hierophant. Now this gets interesting. This gets really interesting because I feel that in the future, you guys are going to be having exactly what is it that you've always been wanting, okay? You have a Page of Swords in here, so there's a dire need for you to communicate, to speak up, right? Like what you've learned so far, what you've experienced, all of the intuitive downloads that you've been having this week and the next week, like everything like that has just accumulated for you to a point where you would like to communicate something with this person and them as well. I do feel that there's going to be a conversation happening between the both of you. It's going to be a conversation that is very much like a blunt and straightforward type of stuff. Not so much lovey-dovey, not so much like crying and everything like that, but it's more about, this is what I've been thinking, this is what I've been assuming, this is how I've been feeling. It's a very straightforward, Aries type of, not Aries, air-ish type of communications that is going to happen between the both of you in the future, in which you guys are going to be very level-headed when it comes to addressing it, and them themselves as well is going to be very level-headed when it comes to addressing it. Clarity is going to come out of that conversation, but I'm not promising an agreement, I'm not promising a promise, or I'm not promising a commitment out of it, but it's just more about clarity. Like you would know where they stand, and they would know as well where you stand, and what's your point is, and what you mean by it, and etc. And vice versa. I mean, because I feel that one of the reasons why I'm not promising any type of agreement or relationship or commitment has a lot to do with you are going to have to take on pretty much a lot of roles in the future. In the next week, I mean, like you would need to take care a lot about your work or your business, your practical, your routine. You would need to take care a lot about your emotional health. You need to take care a lot about your physical activities, and etc., etc. And that's also one of the reasons why I do feel that in the future, especially the now, like commitment isn't something that you're going after. It's not something that you're prioritizing, and so are they. But from their side, it has nothing to do with them having to take on a different roles with their life, but it has a lot to do with them having the fear that we've been talking about, earlier in this reading. Now let's pull some advice card for you, Sagittarius. Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and also the Empress. I feel that it has nothing to do with this relationship. It has everything to do with something that you've been abandoning or something that you've not been addressing or focusing on. There is something important in your life. It could be a job. It could be a career. It could be your health. Empress means a lot of things. It could be your mother, or it could be, people who actually has given you life. Maybe they don't give you something, but they give you purpose in life. And you've been kind of like quite abandoning these people. And what you need to do is, you can see here with the Page of Pentacles, is start to give these areas your main focus, something that you need to be focusing on. Because it's been neglected. With the Five of Pentacles here, it's been neglected for quite some times. Maybe you guys were overwhelmed with your routines, or maybe you guys were overwhelmed with everything, but don't forget to focus on what feeds you, okay? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, Sagittarius. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.